Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It's good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You're knowing what you're wanting? Mostly? Moves about. Keeps coming though, doesn't it? New clarity of what could be better. Do you believe that you are doing a fairly deliberate, are you aware of where your beliefs are in relationship to your new desires? Any of your desires really, but your new desires. Because if you are practicing believing what you want, then there's no separation between the vibration of your day-to-day thoughts and the vibration of your perhaps not yet manifested completely desire. And that's really the key, isn't it? To believe what you want. Because if you doubt what you want, you're in a world of hurt. First of all, you almost try not to want it, but you can't. So that really is the key. It's that vibrational balance. It's a vibrational management. It's a management between what you desire and what you believe. And it's something that you must be constantly aware of, because you are hatching new desires continually. The nature of your life experience just produces for you new awareness of what would be better from your perspective. So you can't hold that back. Life just processes that through you. So you are continually emanating a vibrational radiation of preferences. We call them rockets of desire, because they sort of fire from you sometimes when you don't even know they're firing. And when this thought or vibration, desire, emanates from you, the universe responds to it. But the first response of you radiating a rocket of desire, even if you're not ready to put words to it yet, the first response is your own inner being, who remains non-physically focused, who is aware of you in every moment. And so when you radiate a new preference, your inner being takes that new preference as an amendment to the balance of desires that you hold, and begins immediately focusing upon it in such a way that the law of attraction responds to your new desire in the moment that it emanates from you. Did you follow that? Law of attraction is a very powerful law. In fact, it's the law of this universe that manages all things. And the law of attraction responds to you here in your physical body. It responds to the part of you who remained non-physical when you came into this physical body. We call that part of you your inner being. So when physical you experiences physical life, contrast, variety, and from that you radiate a preference, your inner being immediately becomes that preference, and the powerful law of attraction begins responding to that new evolved you that your inner being is the stand-in for. The question that we want you to ponder is, your inner being took you at your experiential word. In other words, when someone was rude, you wanted them to be nicer. If you were rude, you wanted to be nicer. If you don't have enough money, you want more money, and so on. So you are radiating these improvements, these preferences constantly. The question is, are you keeping up with them? Which was why we asked you what we did as we began. Because if you're keeping up with them, then it's just you and your inner being standing together, law of attraction responding to the two of you, and you feel great because all of the cooperative components are being gathered to you and you. But if you are standing apart from your inner being not only believes what you want, your inner being knows what you want, your inner being is the vibrational equivalent of what you want. And so your inner being goes right to the known fulfillment of what you're asking for, to nicer people, to more prosperous you, or to whatever it is you were just asking for. Your inner being is holding that vision and holding that frequency, and the law of attraction is responding to that. The question is, what are you doing? Are you standing over here still complaining about why you want that? I want that because it sucks not to have it. I want that because I don't like not having it. So if you're doing that, then you are causing, probably not knowing you are, certainly not meaning to, you're causing a vibrational split between you, and that's what your negative emotion tells you. You're not up to speed. And the words we like to use, are you in any moment, or are you not a vibrational equivalent to your inner being? Meaning, do you believe what your inner being believes? Do you know what your inner being knows? Do you know you're worthy? If you don't, you feel some form of negative emotion. You might call it low self-esteem. You might call it doubt. You might even call it anger or regret. You might call it self-blame or guilt. But if you are in the vibrational vicinity of what your inner being knows about you, if you know your worthiness, then you feel whole, you feel frisky, you feel eager, you've got good timing, you feel in love with life, you feel appreciation. You see what we're getting at. So we'll be talking today, as we visit with you, about the things that you want to talk about. We'll be talking with you about this balance of vibration and how to read your emotional guidance system and some easy ways to get up to speed with it, because that really is all that is required of you to live happily ever after. Everything else is working just the way you knew it would. Life is causing you to ask for more, so evolution is underway. Your inner being is taking the evolution, so as far as the expansion of the universe goes, because of you, it's happening whether you're going along with it or not. So the only thing that could possibly be going wrong is that you, as an extension of source energy, as a creator of your own life experience, as a powerful, important creator in this time-space reality, you could be launching creations that your inner being is riding the rocket of and experiencing the fulfillment of, and you might not be up to speed with the creations that you are completing, so you might not be having the fun you're supposed to be having. That's what could be going wrong, and we'd like to help you fix that here today. So as you begin to remember that you are an extension of non-physical energy, and that non-physical energy still remains non-physical and is up to speed with everything that you have evolved to, then you can start enjoying the thing that you came here to this time and place in this body to do. You can begin to enjoy your hands-on turning the thoughts to things. That's why you're here. Think about it. Why are you here? You could have stayed in the non-physical realm where you are projecting thoughts and thinking about thoughts and feeling satisfied with thoughts. Certainly that was an option for you, but you wanted to be here on this leading edge where, as ideas, thoughts occur to you, thoughts, vibrations, that you could then focus your thoughts, vibrations in such a way that the momentum of those thoughts and vibrations could begin to attract, by law of attraction, to themselves meaningful outcomes like places and things and material stuff and all of that. So sometimes those like you have a sort of inner tug of war going on inside of you. You're not sure if you are supposed to be spiritual or create material things. Like, materialism seems like a bad thing, but it didn't sound bad to you when you were non-physically focused and you said, I'm going to go to the leading edge of thought and I'm going to turn thoughts to things. It didn't sound like a bad idea to you when you knew the nature of creation and that momentum always takes it further and further and further. And what could possibly be better than ideas that you hold purely, that you've practiced into a place where you're in sync with your own inner being? So they are pure, positive energy, love-based thoughts. What could be better than for those thoughts evolving into such a way that you could begin to observe them and experience them fully through your physical senses, where you get to see them and hear them and smell them and taste them and touch them, where you can use your vibrational interpreters, which is what your physical senses are, in order to revel and relish and enjoy the manifestations, not just when they're fully manifested, but as they are in the process of becoming. So often as humans, dear hearts that you are, you get an idea, and in the beginning, let's just call it this vibrational frequency that has a ways to go within you before it is manifested in a way that you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. And you seem to, if you're like most of you, you want to go from idea to full manifestation now. Money in the bank, person in the bed. You want it, and you want it right now. Well, we get that, but there is so much fun to be had along the way. And that's really what you creative geniuses came for. You came for the thrill of turning thoughts to things, of holding yourself by being aware of your guidance system in the vibrational frequency of your desire, so that you are allowing rather than resisting, encouraging rather than hindering, the conscious awareness of you to witness the evolution of these new desires. That's who you are. That's what your plan was. And it wasn't because there were things that were broken that needed to be fixed, or things that are not finished that need to be finished. It's because creators must create. It's what we all do. And when you're creating, you are fulfilling, and you are fulfilled and satisfied. And when you are not creating, you are bored and stagnant. So you've been listening to us for a little while. You understand that law of attraction is a powerful thing. You like law of attraction? It's your friend once you get the hang of it. It's like gravity. It's so consistent that you learn your way with it. You hardly ever jump off your roof and say, treat me differently today, will you? Law of gravity. I want to be the exception. And after a little while, you'll feel that way about the law of attraction. You will like its consistency, because in the consistency of law of attraction and in your awareness of what you're doing with your vibrational perspective of life in any moment, in other words, how you feel, you'll feel so ready to go and invincible that life will be, as it's been for so many of you, a lot of fun. So we think you've got the basis of all of this. You are vibrational beings who live in a vibrational universe. That's it. Just got to figure out what the vibration feels like. We are eager to talk with you about whatever you want to talk about. Don't worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack. So what do you want to talk about? You have some things. It's going to be a wonderful day. It's already been a wonderful day. All right, let's turn some of these thoughts to words and these words to things. What do you say?